Hey everybody, Dr. Jaime here, and you are about to listen to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I hope you enjoy the tips and advice in this segment. Hey everyone, Dr. Jaime here with the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. And today I am here with Lance Ippolito, trading coach Lance, and Chris Jenkins with the Symphony Agency. And we just got done with a 60-minute Dr. Jaime Show episode all on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So listeners, you are going to get a quick rundown of what we just discussed all in the Cliff Notes version. So guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so I guess before we even start, what is cryptocurrency?
So cryptocurrency it's a form of currency via these, I guess you could say, online creation. Like you would have the US dollar as a physical currency. A cryptocurrency it's online based, used whether for some technology goal, whether it be a payment, some secure communications network, some secure processing network. Each cryptocurrency has their own goal that they accomplish. The popular name would be Bitcoin, which a lot of times people think of Bitcoin as a means of, you could buy something, you could trade it, just like any other currency out there. So it does have a form of payment, but it's online based, I think, which separates it from, a dollar or gold or a euro.
Okay, all right. So you said Bitcoin. There are different forms of cryptocurrency, right? Can you guys name a few for us, some of the common ones?
Yeah, I mean, the most popular are going to be the big three: Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And then there are some pretty decent up-and-coming players in the altcoin space. IOTA is one of them. Neo is another interesting one. But there are literally thousands of them at this point.
Okay, and I don't think he's joking when he says thousands, because there's 1,200, right?
At least.
At least.
Last I heard there was 1,200 plus.
Jeez, 1,200 plus. Okay, now one of the points in the media, or what everyone talks about when it comes to these cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, is how extreme they are, up and down, up and down. Can you explain the volatility in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies compared to stocks?
So just recently we've had 20% intraday moves in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which is, if you look at the stock market, it's rare to see a 1% move intraday in the stock market, like the S&P or the Dow Jones. I would compare Bitcoin, these cryptocurrencies, to a small biotech stock that is having an FDA approval, where it can move 20% or so in a day. It could go from $2 to $3 or $2 to $1, something that a biotech stock or a small stock, almost like a penny stock, would have. So a lot of volatility, a lot of price action, and which creates a lot of risk, but for some people, opportunity as well.
Okay. So a lot of people want to know, cryptocurrency is the new hype. Do you think it's going to replace national currencies? And if so, when? How long?
I don't think it's going to replace national currencies at all, mostly because of the fact that national currencies are managed. Organizations like the Fed are controlling the value of that dollar. So you're not going to see, between inflation or variable buying power, you might see 1% to 3% variance of the value of a dollar in a year, maybe. Right. And that's something that's very tightly controlled by each of those government agencies. There aren't any controls like that with crypto. So it's, for it to replace a national currency is highly unlikely.
Okay. Lance, do you agree with that?
I do. We've seen probably the one large currency was the yuan, the devaluation of it. So a lot of investors in the yuan took their money out and put their money into cryptocurrencies like a Bitcoin. It was a means of getting out of their country's currency into a new currency where they didn't have to worry about the devaluation, and they could transfer money being anonymous, which made Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies very attractive to some people that have their money in the yuan, particularly. In the U.S., the euro, you have the central banks regulating it. Like Chris said, you're not going to have large fluctuations in these dollars or in these currencies because they're controlled by the Fed. A 5% move in the euro or the U.S. dollar in a day would be a headline event. It'd be shocking to the country, for the global economies as well.
Okay, excellent. There have been cryptocurrency hacks in the news. How can people keep their money, their crypto money, safe?
Cold storage is going to be absolutely the best method no matter what. Cold storage is essentially like a USB type device, like a thumb drive, and that allows you to take the crypto that you've bought and completely take it offline. So until you plug it back in, it's no longer part of the network. That is absolutely the safest way to store your cryptocurrency. An Electrum desktop wallet or other similar desktop wallets are slightly better. And then, when it comes to keeping them in digital wallets online, that's really the highest risk. And I only recommend that if you're actively trading.
Okay. So is Bitcoin safe for the average investor?
It depends what your definition of safe. If you like risk, it moves a lot. So there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of volatility. If you go on a trip to Vegas and you bring $2,000, you should probably go to that trip and say, hey, I'm going to gamble with $2,000. It's play money. If I come back with $5,000 or $0, that's fine. I think that's how people should think of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's a dice roll. It may work out great. It may not work out. Just understand that there is risk associated with it, just with any really other investment out there.
Okay. So we talked about this on the show, but when it comes to investing in cryptocurrencies, plan to be okay with losing the money, essentially. So if you're going to throw $500 in, that's not your food money. So just kind of let it go, sit there and do its own thing. Make sure you have the money. You're not borrowing money to invest in Bitcoin. We haven't even touched the surface of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency here on this audio. There is so much detail in the Dr. Jaime audio segment, so you guys have got to catch that episode. I'm here with Lance Ippolito, trading coach Lance, and Chris Jenkins with the Symphony Agency. Guys, if the listeners want to follow you, where can they go to find more information about you?
You can always find me and my company at symphonyagency.com, and on Twitter I'm Mr. Dubious. That's IMMR Dubious.
Okay, and that was Chris. And Lance, what about you? Where can we find you?
You can email me, Lance, at tradingcoachlance.com, tradingcoachlance.com for my website with all the information you need there. And then on Twitter, it's Twitter/Lance Ippolito. That's LanceIppolito. All
right, excellent, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, you are listening to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. Do me a favor, go to YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, subscribe to the Dr. Jaime Show. It keeps bringing on interesting guests every time you like and follow us, like we had Lance and Chris today. And go ahead and comment below with your biggest takeaway from this particular episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I really hope that you enjoyed the tips and advice given on today's segment. Do me a favor and go to iTunes and my YouTube, and please subscribe to that channel. Every subscribe, every like, every follow helps the Dr. Jaime Show grow so that we can bring you the best guest and the best content possible. And of course, as always, if you have any feedback, feel free to leave that as well. Talk to you soon.